Good evening. My name is Sonia Watley, and I'm discussing ethical violations and board discipline. So I looked up the Florida Board website for cases of counselors who were disciplined by the board. I was baffled by the cases of counselors' discipline. I honestly did not expect to see the amount of sexual misconduct and healthcare fraud as I did. There were a few cases of there was a few failures to meet minimum standard and one not reporting abuse. I thought I would see mistakes or misunderstandings. That is not what I saw. I was very surprised. The behaviors that led to the discipline was the discipline that was most current, that I really looked into the most. The one that I'm going to discuss is sexual misconduct with the client. The ACA code that was violated was A5A, and that one is sexual and/or romantic counselor client interactions or relationship with current clients, their romantic partners, or their family members are prohibited. This prohibition applies to both in-person and electronic interactions or relationships. According to the Florida Certification Board, Code 3.1, an applicant or certified professional shall not engage in sexual misconduct with a consumer during the period of time services are being rendered to the consumer and a minimum of 2 years after the professional relationship was terminated. The outcome of this case was that the person licensed to practice as a mental health counselor was permanently revoked. So, with the American Counseling Association, they have their code C2G states that counselors are to monitor themselves for signs of impairment from their own physical, mental, or emotional problems and refrain from offering or providing professional services when they're impaired, and that's to protect everyone else. And Florida Certification Board Code 1.4 states that an applicant or certified professional shall place their application or credentials on inactive status for any mental, physical, or behavioral health related adversity that interferes with their professional functioning. After looking at several ethical violations, it leaves me wondering if it is possible that they occurred because of impairment. Really, it made me wonder if they were not impaired, would these violations have occurred? Because it wasn't that, a mistake happened. Well, there was one that could have been a mistake, but it was one out of the many that I read. So that left me wondering, like, that was interesting. Out of the many, anyway, thank you for listening.